So you have been writing HTML, but you have been writing it the wrong way. Hi guys, today I'm going to show you how professional developers structure their web pages, and it is going to change how you write your HTML. In our last video, we built a complete personal profile page using everything we learned in this HTML series. Today we are also going to level up. It's now time for us to level up. We just want to be a professional at every point, right? So we are going to learn semantic HTML. Yeah, semantic HTML. This is how real professional websites are being structured. It is how it is being our web pages are being organized. So far we've been putting everything inside the body tag like this. Can you see that our web page right from the beginning of our video has just been inside the body tag, from this body tag that we have, right, from this opening body tag to this closing body tag, right? So everything has been always encapsulated inside our body tags. But right now we don't want to do that anymore, right? And though it has been working fine, but that is not the right way to organize and structure our web pages right now. But when you look at real professional web page or websites, developers do not just dump everything inside the body randomly. They organize their page into clearly named sections, right? Sections that makes it very makes your web pages come up whenever users type in your web page or your domain, or whenever they type it in the Google search box. It is something that makes it come up fast. And now let's quickly go to our Google. Let's visit our Google and say semantic. I'm just going to say what is semantic HTML. Unless semantic HTML is the practice of using HTML tags that accurately describes the purpose of their content to both browsers and developers, rather than just dictating how it looks. Now, it also went further and says, instead of using generic non-descriptive tag like div, though we've not gotten here, I'm going to explain all of this to you, don't worry. Now, instead of just using generic tags like something like div, span and all, semantic HTML relies on meaningful elements like article, header, nav, footer, and sections. Yeah, semantic HTML, right, is simply using tags that have meaning. Do you understand? So tags that tells the browser and anyone reading your code how exactly what each part of your page is for. It's going to explain what the particular, what you are supposed to do in a particular section, what you are supposed to do in another section. It is just bundling and encapsulating a particular section into each other, and it's giving them their names. So whenever probably you have more than one section and you don't even know what to call the name, you can as well just name it section. The browser understands it. Or if it is something that it is in a particular thing, and it does not share, header cannot be two. We don't have two heads. We don't have more than we don't have more than two navigations in a browser. So those ones are different. They are what you can simply give their name. Head is head, header is header, nav is nav, footer is footer. Do you understand? Article is article. Well, whenever you have more than one, because all of this now they are sections, right? So whenever you have more than one section, then you just name them section. You understand all of this when we start our the practical. So let's just head down to our webpage. So these are everything we've been doing in the past in our past videos. So I'm just going to rub all of this off. I'm just going to clear off all of this and begin what we have to do for today, right? So everything encapsulated inside our body tag is what I'm about to clear off. Can you see now that our body tag is now cleared off, and it's already reflecting in the browser that we don't have anything in our browser anymore. Now let me show you what a typical web page looks like when structured properly with semantic tag. Now we are going to start with our header, right? So we are going to create our header section. It is just like how body parts looks like, right? How our body looks like. So when you are seeing a person for the very first time, what you notice is their face. and you know our face is inside our head, right? So you see a person, the person with as in you meet a person for the very first time, and you are just looking at their appearance, the way they look, right? Before looking closer down to their other body parts, down to their shape, to their, so that is just the same thing as the body in our HTML element, right? So now we have the head, we have the header, we have the main, which is our body part, from probably from our chest to our bosom. We have those ones, so that is just the main. And then we have the footer. Just going to say normal footer, and then so we have the head, we have the header, the main, and then the footer. Now in our header, we are going to then, inside our header, we are going to create it one after the other. We won't want to rush, just one after the other. Now let's start with H1, and in our header we are just going to say in this aspect now we can just create a logo and just say let's just keep the logo part for now, because we're just dealing with the structure. So I'm just going to write logo here. We can as well give it any name. I can decide to give it Wizra, just to make it look real. Or, it cannot be real, though. For now it can't be real because it's we are still going to deal with CSS, and we've not gotten to that part. But right now we just want to deal with the structure and nothing more. So CSS will make it look real, to make it look like the normal website we've been seeing in our daily lives, in most of our web pages. The CSS will make it look real. But right now, for now, we are just dealing with the structure, and you should remember that structure is what you should always and will always start with, because without the structure, your HTML, your CSS is nothing. That is how every developer starts. They cannot create CSS without creating HTML. HTML will always come first, and that is what we are trying to do here, right? So don't worry, don't rush yourself. CSS is coming soon, but right now we have to deal with the structure, and this HTML is the foundational part of every front-end development. So now let's proceed. Now we already have our web page name or logo. This now, in this aspect, you can as well have the logo around this area, right? And but we've not gotten to that aspect, so let's not get ahead of ourselves. Now we would want to create a nav, right? I'm just going to say nav. So can you see that the nav is also inside the header? So I want you guys to be clear about that. The nav is inside the header, and now we are going to just create, in this nav, we're just going to create a, right? And this A, do you remember that this is an anchor tag, right? Now let's look at what we are going to add here first and say home, right? So home, in our home, what link are we putting in our home? Let's just call it let's say index.html. This is actually, that's index.html. Do you remember that is exactly where we are now? We are inside our index.html, and you should know that in every home is just like a line. We also call it landing page. Some people call it landing page, some people call it dashboard. So it depends on what exactly we are working on. Now this home is where after you've navigated, let me say this is nav, and it means navigation, right? Don't get it twisted. This nav means navigation. So instead of saying navigation, which our browser would not, might not recognize that much, the standard name we use instead of navigation is nav, right? So it means navigation. So now let's create another one and say, I'm just going to duplicate it and then change the names afterwards. So we are just going to say maybe about, it should be in capital like that, yeah. But I'm just going to say about.html. Though we've not created it here, but I just want us to create it here first so that we know what we are about to do. So now, and here we are just going to create a contact us. Let's say contact us page, right? All of these are pages. Contact, right? So now can you see that it has already, so once I click on this, can you see it is saying cannot get contact HTML because we've not actually created this is just going nowhere because we've not created it. So now let's say I want to create it. I'm just going to start by creating it. I'm just going to create it and just create a dummy text so that you guys would understand what we are talking about. So I'm just going to create the about.html. right? We have the about.html, and here I'm just going to create my boilerplate, and in the body I'm just going to put a lorem ipsum like I did in the test.html. So I'm just going to create a lorem ipsum, and here we have it. So I'm just going to create another file and call it contact, like the same way it is here, right? So we have I'm just going to rename this, yeah, so contact.html, yeah, and here I'm going to create my boilerplate, and in the body I'm just going to give it a lorem ipsum. And now if I should come here back to my, I'm just going to refresh, I'm going to come back to my index.html. Now I'm going to save this. If I come back to my, can you see that we have, so let's just, to make differences, let's just here I'm just going to give this an h1 and say, I'm going back to the contact page now, so I'm just going to say contact us, just a dummy text. So everything, all of this is just going to make sense later on, but I want you guys to focus on what we are doing for now. So in the paragraph I'm just going to create this lorem ipsum, yeah. So, and the same way I'm going to do that, the same thing for the about us page, and I'm just going to say h1 and say about us. Note that this is not exactly how it is going to look. This is just showing you how the navigation works now. And yeah, my lorem ipsum. So I would come back, I'm going to save all of this, yeah. In the contact I'm going to save it as well, right? And I will go back to my index.html. Now if I should come back to index.html, let's just go back. I'm going to refresh this, and now I would come here and say contact us. Can you see that it has brought me here to contact us just because of this href, right? It has, because I've created contact.html, and I'm now putting this contact.html, the name itself, I'm putting it inside the href just to navigate us to this particular page. Now I'm going to go back and then come to I'm going to click on this about, and it's going to bring me to about us page. Can you see? Because I'd already created it in my about.html, and I've brought it here so that it will bring me exactly where it's supposed to bring me. Now let's say all of this nav bar, I bring it here just to, instead of clicking on the nav on the back button, and I'll come here and say, we are dealing with semantic tag, right? But I'm already going deeper, so I'm just going to shorten this, and this is, I just want to, let me just bring all of this here, and this is created. Now I'm just going to, I'm going to remove the contact us, because, should I do that? No, let me just leave that. And then in the about us, I'm just going to do the same thing, and then yeah. So now if I come to, which means I'm going back to my index, right? So right now I'm in my index.html. I'm just going to, now I'm coming to my about us, and right now we are in the about us section. So I can easily switch, instead of coming back to this arrow, I can easily switch here to my home page. Can you see now that it has brought me here to my home page? Can you see that we don't have any content in our home page yet? And now this is our contact us. I'm going to come here to my contact us. Oh, sorry. Yeah, so can you see that now we have everything here? So I can easily switch in between here, just because we have our navbar and our anchor tag encapsulated inside the navbar. So I'm just going to go back to the home, which is this particular place that we are now, right? Yeah, so let's just proceed. We've dealt with our header, because you should know that this is the header, and you know that this is not how they are looking. Once we start our CSS, we are going to make everything aligned in a single horizontal line, just to make it look like the real website we are dealing. But right now we are dealing with the structure. Remember that. Now coming to the main, right? Or before coming to the main, we are going to create a section, or probably I should create my hero section. Now that hero section would look like this. Let me look for, yeah, it would look like this. Can you see? To look like this. I'm not saying it's going to look like, I'm just trying to tell you that the structure, and there are a lot of hero sections, let me try to open. Okay, now so can you guys see that we have a lot of hero section here? So this is what a hero section looks like. Can you see? I hope you guys can see from here. This is what hero section looks like. Can you see? Looking at this, so this is the header. This is how headers are always looking like, and this is how hero sections are always looking like. So right, so we can as well create this is another hero section, right? So that is how hero sections are always looking like. Just want you to understand how, what we are actually working on. So I'm just going to go back here, and in my main, is either it depends on you. You can decide to create your hero section here and just call it section, right? But to me I just prefer, there are some people that does it like that, but I just prefer to start it one after the other like this, right? So if you notice that when we started, we created the header first, we created the main, and then the footer. So inside all of those, each of them is where you now begin to create whatever you want to create, and that makes it so easier and sweet to deal with. So now we are taking it one step at a time, right? We've dealt with our header, and now let's just move forward to the main. And in the main now, I'm going to create in the main can contain a whole lot of things. So you can have different tags in the main, right? So as for me, I'm going to start with my hero section, but my hero section, it is just being called section. Now I'm just going to create section here, and I can just decide to now in my section, I'm just going to bring it down and say h1, right? In my h1, I can just say welcome to my website, right? So as well, I can bring in my p tag and say learning to code one step at a time, right? So, and I'm going to create an anchor tag here and say, maybe I can just say I can just create a register here, or let's just make do with what we have and just say contact contact.html, or I can just decide to give it a button instead of just ordinary so let me just give this a button type of, I don't know, maybe I should just submit or button, anyone. So I can just decide, let me just try button, and in the button I'm just going to create and just say contact us, right? So this is, and now I know you guys will be looking at it like this is not looking like an hero section. It is not yet, because we have not gotten to CSS. That is where the whole magic starts. And now you can decide to create a small image here. I don't know what image would be good. This image that I created is not looking nice, so I can't let's just not use anything for now. It's not looking so good, though. I can just even if I create an image, it's just going to stay around this corner, because we've not used CSS. So in CSS, we are going to use to package it and bring it around this corner, like everything we've been seeing, like everything we've been seeing here. Can you see? So can you see the button here? Can you see what's the root here? And whatever image we add, the CSS, as far as CSS is not there, it's going to come around this side. But let's say CSS is not here now. The CSS is what this person used in bringing the image to this aspect, to this side. So let's say it's not here, it's just going to be down here, right? So now if I create my own image too as well, I can just bring this image here, right, and say image.jpg. Now do you get? So it's just going to create a very big one. Here I can just say let's just give it a width, so that just to bring it make it look small, and let's give it 200. Yeah, so 200 pixel. Now it's looking somehow. Let's just say it's quick. I'm not sure. Just give it one name. So it's looking somehow. It's looking tacky here because everything is. So I'll just rather remove the page, the image. I'm just going to comment it out. Yeah, so I just commented it out, and it's without image right now. So, but just to remove your confusion, just to reduce confusion, I'm just going to take off the image completely. And here we have it, right? So we have our hero section here. Can you see that we have our hero section now? In that same vein, I can decide to create another thing. Let's look at what we can create. Now you can decide to do another section, right? And just say this. Now I'm just going to create an H2, right? This should be, I'm not sure. Let me just give this H2. Yeah, this should be now let me leave it at H1, and I'm just going to give this an H2. Yeah, so in my H2 I'm just going to say my skill, right? And my skills, and then coming down, I'm just going to create an unordered list, and then create lists in between as usual. And the as usual list we used to create HTML, right? HTML. Let me just duplicate it instead of, yeah, so HTML. I'm just going to change the name and say CSS and JavaScript, right? So let's not call it my skill because we are doing it together, right? So let's just say our skills. Yeah, welcome to our website. Yeah, now we've created another section here right now, and now let's create an article, and article is another section on its own. And let's say H2 my first blog post, or our first blog post, our first blog post, and I'll just give it a paragraph, right? And I don't know what to write. I don't know. Let's say this is our post, our blog. This is our blog. Today we learned about semantic HTML. And our web page looks so structured. For now, I'm just going to put another lorem here, yeah, just to add more to what we have. And now you can create as much as you can or as much as you want in your main, right? Because the main has a lot to accept, right? So now in our footer is just not something so big. So in our footer, you might just decide to, I'm just going to give this a space so that it will make it beautiful and easier to read. So I'm just going to create a P and say copyright 2026. Our website or our web page, right? And I was going to say, should I give it another P? I'm not sure. Let's see how it looks. And right reserved. Let's see how it looks. Is this really making sense? I think this all right reserved, I'm just going to put it in the same paragraph with this. Yeah, this looks good. So now we have the header, we have the main that encapsulates different sections, and then we have the footer. So this is how semantic HTML should look like. It should be structured so that it would it will be very easier for people reading your code and your users as well. I think this footer looks too shabby. Can we just make another thing and say anchor tag? Let's just look for a random HTTP okay, TTPS, and I don't know, and let's say let me just put something here first and say follow our or follow us on Instagram. Yeah, and just say follow us on Instagram. There we have it. And well, I don't know what, maybe I just put a random link and say www. I don't know instagram.com/Wizra. Yeah, I'm not sure. So, and here we have it. Let's create a target beside it so that it will not, it is going to create a new tab for us. So I'm just going to create target and blank. Yeah, so here we have it, and you guys should save your work so that it's going to give us the desired result. Right, so today we learned semantic HTML using meaningful tags to properly structure a web page. We covered the header, as you can see. We covered the header aspects for the top section. We added a nav inside the header just for just to add in navigation links. We also created our main section for primary content, section for group content, articles for to standalone content, and we also created footer for the bottom of the page. Now, so this is how every professional website on the internet is structured, right? Now, I would like to give you guys an assignment. So I want you guys to go back to the profile page we built in the last video and restructure it using semantic tag. It should look very easier for you guys, because I know I took my time in taking you guys the video, so it's not something very difficult. You can as well just add the semantic tag just to make it look structured. Now, the main content should be in the main tag, and add a footer to the bottom. You remember we didn't add any footer, and it does not have a header, so we just put everything inside the body, which is not supposed to be. So now I want you guys to drop a comment below when you are done. Right, so in our next video we are going to cover div and span, and which is also one big part of the of a web page. So I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.